because yeah, I just needed to improve, like for example, just the simplest language skills, like just to talking. So it's always like in life, everything like this for me. Like my story of crypto in general started around like 2021 in Solana days. Like I catch a bit of this, but I can't say like I really catch this like bull run. And that is like where I starting to watching how people like growing in this space, what they're doing, where I can fit myself. Like I try also like a bit of new space, and yeah, and then I like, okay, there is like these both chains already like set, they have their own people. I need to find something like where I can be early, like something maybe what can be like the best for next future gen of the like crypto world, and that is where I find Aptos. And I'm pretty lucky that I actually joined to the Aptos like so early 3 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's like something that is a recurring theme, right? With a lot of people that we always talk about that, oh, you need to be early in this space, right? So like I think that that transitions us beautifully into your move story, right? Because that's like the concept of this entire series, right? Getting people's move story of how they came to move on Aptos, right? So like, what is Ya's move story? You've talked about your early Solana days, like how did you come to move on Aptos?
Yeah, I'm just scrolling some discords because in these days it was still popular like the NFTs meta. So like discourse was like much more active than these days. And I just remember like in one of the like Discord I saw like, oh, that is like Aptos new blockchains. They have like some NFTs. Like, look at these guys. And I just like started to look at the space, like just start to know what is Aptos is actually about. Like, and I was like pretty impressed about what they gonna like provide, what they promise us to get at mainnet. And yeah, and I started exploring like the general like communities, and I noticed like some NFTs one, like pretty good one, like example monkeys, they were on pre-mainnet days. And yeah, and I just kind of like that they already had this vibe, in pre-mainnet days they already had the vibe of live spaces, of like some set communities, and they like was pretty collaborative to each other. So the space was like this from the first day, and till today we're trying to keep this culture. Like when there are new builders come to the space, we're like, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Like we're gonna be like with billions of people there, or we like was there like with just 10 people. It's all the same vibe for us.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so like yeah, like like you said throughout what you've mentioned right now, yeah, like you're not John Aptos, right? You've been here since the preeminence days, yeah. So I think I kind of want you to. This is a purely selfish decision from me, right? I want to hear Ya's move story on Aptos, right? We've learned how you came to move on Aptos, but like from I want you to kind of like take us through all the steps, like every kind of period of your time on Aptos. What were like the steps from you're clicking on the testnet to now is mainnet, you're meeting some NFTs, now you're getting into some teams. Like how did the entire process come about? I want to hear step by step, and like I'm hoping that myself will get some inspiration from this, and others that also listen to this get some ideas on how they can also move forward on Aptos.
Yeah, sure. I can like even actually say how Yar Hunter was born in general. Like, like I mentioned, I just started exploring like the NFTs communities, and I found Spooks Labs, and like I really liked the idea that they looked a lot about like quality of everything, and kind of just joined the team. And that is like where I got even more interested in the space. Like, okay, right now I have like people I need like to talk to. I have like basically product, and yeah, how we can grow like these things, how we can like grow the space in general. And one of the like really brilliant idea of the spooks in these days was a spooks list. It was like the demo version of Kaito basically, but much more about like native space. So just it was fully for Aptos. And in pre-mainnet days, it is kind of hard to find anything on Aptos, like, or in general on any space. Like, it's pretty chaotic. Like, there is a lot of communities. You don't know who is good, who is bad. Like, where which market you need to look, which like DeFi you need to use, and everything like this. And like the main idea of the spooks list was about that you can find it's all in one place and see basically by the hype score of the spooks which is the most popular by people. And we also like track it like the bot activities, so we not allow like just like bot botted your pages and like to be top one. No, just what like we're tracking everything in this way. And that is like how in early days when Aptos got a lot of hype in permanent stage, they already can like see everything what happened around Aptos and find any marketplace, any DeFi protocols. That is where even with like the idea of the fun about personality things also started, because we firstly added some founders and then we added like just like general personalities from Active One, from Aptos space. And one day the team added me, and I remember these words because it's like so motivated me in the future to keep creating content. Like they said, "Oh my god, like bro, you up like so fast to the like top, like from the bottom that with your content that we're actually creating a monster." So that is like how your hunter was born, and I always like trying to keep focus on like content creation and be daily for the people. And yeah, so I think spooks list helped me a lot with this, and just in general spooks. And that is why like these days even like I'm really appreciate the whole community and the whole product. Like doesn't matter what happened, like what happened, what gonna happen, we're still there. Like we still can DM to me. And I think it's like the most important things when you like saying that you are for the people and you are really us, so you need to be with them daily on daily basis. And later on, I think we got the Aptos mainnet, and I remember this like surprise Aptos drop. And yeah, I actually got like one by one NFT, and it was a very good feeling. Like it was sound randomly because I didn't expect this at all. And I spent it all on NFTs actually. Like I remember I bought like monkeys, and I bought some spooks later on. And yeah, and I remember I even like bought some monkeys from the market because I thought like, oh, I wasn't lucky to get some rare one, and I was like, oh no, I need to get like Moku one. So yeah, I still have them all staking in my jungle and like for the seeds. And yeah, these three monkeys which I get, like they with me all these years, and actually see the whole like these NFTs which still have active founders, like more like just just assets. It's more like you're part of their culture, and they basically part of you. And after this one, I think yeah, it's already was pretty sad about like me on Aptos. But I think important to mention is the story that where is actually like the best guy I know in Aptos space joined to the team, like the Baba. He joined to the team like Spook Space host. It was actually a bit before Mint. It's where like Spooks in general started their weekly spaces. And I didn't know this guy so well at the time. I was like just like just some host. But yeah, through the time, like through all these years, we like I don't know, like better person with who you can like chatting daily, with who you can like just building anything. And yeah, and funny things, like even in this call, right? I'm not doxing, and even Baba don't know how I look like. And imagine like you have a best friend in the space, like for 3 years, like, and he have no idea how he looks like. And that is, I guess, where is kinda cool when you make a connection with any person just based on your personality. I think it's like the best connection you can make in this space.
Yeah, definitely. I think I really hear you on that point of um, I was watching what's it called now? I was watching a documentary, right? It's let me see. I'm checking my YouTube right now. Yeah, Super Teens. Yeah, you can check it out maybe after this. It's a documentary by what's it called from Sulana Super Team on Super Teens, right? So like one of the guys, I remember the guy was talking about that that he didn't dox, right, like when he joined X and all of that, that he kind of was echoing the same ideas as you just expressed, right, like about making friends and connecting with people just based off your personality. No need about like how whether or not your English is very good, or off your looks, that kind of thing. Purely of vibes and personality, which is really interesting. Which is really interesting. Like it's one of the fewer and better arguments that I've heard for not doxing, right? But I don't know. Should we ask? Does Yar plan to dox anytime soon?
Sure, sure. No, anytime soon not, I guess. But I mean, it's not depends on me, you know. There is so many people in this space that was like, hey, when we gonna see you in some Aptos events? But yeah, I mean, because of my location, I can't move to any place. And I think if I gonna dogs, one day, it just so much makes sense to do it like on some Aptos event, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to meet the friends and say like, oh, that is how you looks like. And oh, even I know how all these people looks like. For example, I gonna go like to Nigeria, like meet all of you guys, because I really respect the Africa part, like active Africa part of Aptos. Like there is so many legends, and like you, TTV, Baba, and just in this way, like imagine I know how all of you looks like, so I just gonna be like around you, and you even gonna have no idea that it's me. It's gonna be very
That would
funny.
be, I can just imagine is that yeah, will just be at an event, right? And you just like post on X that, oh, I'm at Aptos Experience, and everybody's like, oh, where's he?
Yeah,
Now who
yeah,
is
yeah.
he?
It's gonna be like like who found me gonna get the one spooks, something like
Actually,
this.
actually, wow, wow, wow. So yeah, dogs treasure hunt. We'll release some spooks from treasury to for whoever wins that. That could be quite something. That could be quite something for. So like I think we heard a little bit about your journey, right? A little bit about your Aptos journey, how you came to move on Aptos, about how you came to move on Aptos a little bit. So I think maybe we should try and like break it up to kind of like go deeper into some portions. I don't know. Does that make sense? Hello?
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so what did you ask?
Yeah, I was saying that perhaps we could go deeper into some portions of your move story on Aptos.
Well, I guess like my key points of this, like how I mentioned, like it was early days about like with spooks, and early days about NFTs in general. And I guess from this point, like later on, it just was more about like yeah, just like daily spending with Aptos community, or mostly like with spooks community. And I remember I was like 20, no, I can say like, 24 hours, because it's not real. Like no one can survive to be 24 hours behind the screen. But I'm just like wake up with Discord. I like going to bed with Discord, and like some time in the day, I just like making the posts. And I even remember I got a full cut off of the electricity at the midday. And imagine my shock when I like was monthly daily with people, and then like it's like all dark outside. It's all dark, like for it's no internet, and like, oh my god, like what people gonna think about, like, yeah. So even like the whole core team, I remember they like DMing me, like I checked the messages in like few days when I got the electricity back. And it's kind of funny that um, they really think about what happened to me more than it's actually what happened about the move in general.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
I really respect these people, even like some of them are not in up to space anymore.
yeah,
um the core story of how Yar was born. And I think a lot of people interesting about like how Chilyar was born, right? Like Chilyar is totally different story. It's like I guess after some years of on Aptos, like a lot of like OGs has like tough moments, because the space not always smiling to you, right? You need sometimes like, and space not always like so fair to everyone. But I just find for myself the idea that if you look at the things like more chill in general and everything, it's like working better, and I don't know how it's really work, but it started really to happen. So the general like chill story even become more and more and more interesting to me when I like notice when I less nervous about the things, they just happen in better way to me. And of course the part of the chill way, it's like always to be supportive to the people, always to answer to the people. I hate, for example, when like someone can't answer to me like in some days, and like, oh my god, like what it can be. So for myself, I have the same discipline, like, bro, like 1 day max, like 2 day, I'm not gonna like put you on like line and not answering to you. It's not cool. I mean, we all humans, we all deserve to be answered. Doesn't matter what is the question. Like, you need to check, you need to answer. Like, be respectful to each other. And also, I guess part of my story as well, it's about Skeleton Mask DAO, like sub DAO, which I created, which actually also was created uh, because I thought about like, okay, you see my profile picture, right? There is, it's like not even legendary spook. It's just like some common spook, and I like how I can be like part of the team, and I have like just common NFT. Like, no way. So so I was like thinking about, okay, how I can change the situation, and I created the Skeleton Mask DAO like with score item of SMD, like this skeleton mask, and that is like where the story of this begin, where I get more and more people with this idea about like that the DAO is always valuable, that they respect like the vibe of this. And these days I already onboarded so many like legends to this. I'm really proud of this group. Like, it's not about like that group like make something different to you on Aptos. No, just like people with same vibe, I guess, with same interest in Aptos. And we already have like legends like Greg, David, Alex, and like just this week Sneezy bought one, and I was like, I was really surprised. He like just made my day. Like, whoa, 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 you just like, sure. Spooks, definitely monkeys, and I think GUI, because they joined like later on, but the GUI in general helped to the whole NFT space in the early days. And yeah, like a lot of people mentioned, like GUI really changed their like opinion about Aptos NFT space and boosted their vibe in last year. It's pretty easy to do because space is really like small and supportive, but not a lot of people really want to work to this. Like, for they create your basically personality on Aptos, you just need to start like explore the Aptos protocols, join the Aptos spaces. We have like a lot of amazing weekly options, and yeah, and find yourself a good community. There is a lot of great communities like Aptos Robots, Spooks, like Loonies, Aptos Monkeys, like, yeah, that is like many of them. And just pick your like profile picture, because I think, like from my point of view, of course, I think it's kind of important to support some culture, like some culture of the NFTs in your on your blockchain, because this like group of people, they just like really enjoy this arts, and because of this, like they always gonna, even in small groups, support to you more. Like good example is Aptos Robos, bro. Like Chitan, he is the alpha, and why even Aptos Robos so valuable? Because of the Chitan. Like he always like has the alpha for his groups, and I think that is like what case scenario of like to become a personality on the Aptos. You just gonna like slowly making connection with the people, like hang out on the spaces, like yeah, just spend your time like, and you really need to enjoy this, because if you like look at this like, okay, like today I have like 10 followers, tomorrow I gonna be a common Aptos. No, it's not how you're gonna be, like it's not how it's gonna work. But if you really like gonna use Aptos, if you like gonna vibe with Aptos community, bro, you're gonna make it. Like there is no way you like gonna get any trouble. Like it's so easy. Like just try it. Moment, and I think the chill mentality in general, it's what keep bringing me like wins in the space and general in the lives, because I look at the things more like in positive ways than like all other people probably. Of course, not like more, for example, than a person. No one gonna look more positive than him.